Hi guys, my name is Neka Unko and I work with Asotara as a makeup artist. Today I'll be taking you on a tutorial on how to rock your runway look. This is my model, Yemisi.
Hello.
Firstly, I'm going to prep her skin with the Asotara face primer, and I'm going to go in with the foundation, then the eyebrows. Then I'm going to do in a little bit of eyeshadow, something more glamour and something you can rock out, and as well you can use on the runway too. So firstly, I'm going to be using the face primer on her face to prep her skin to make them look a little bit more puffy and glossy. To prep her skin, I'm going to just apply them on a T-zone. So the T-zone is a forehead, a chin, a nose. Then I'm going to be using my foundation. Now in this place, you don't want to use too much foundation on your model because you still want her to look as natural as possible. So for the foundation, I'm going to be using the House of Tara medium coverage. And the reason why I'm using the medium coverage for her is because it's a runway look. And this is also going to be a look that you can rock on your everyday. So a runway look, you don't want to use a matte foundation so it doesn't look too thick or too much on her skin, because you want to show more skin as possible because you don't want people to feel like she has too much foundation going on. So I'm going to be mixing these two foundations to get a perfect shade. So I'm going to be using very little from both sides. I'm going to take little from the TF315 and from the TF314, and I'm going to mix them together on my pan. Then I'm going to apply with my brush on her face. So I know normally many of us are used to using the beauty blender, using our hand, but in this case I'm going to be using my brush, because when you use your brush, it applies it even better. As you can see, I can hardly tell that she has foundation on because it's very light, and you want to keep it as light as possible. And I know normally as a regular runway makeup, they don't use concealer, but because it's a makeup that she wants to rock to a party or your everyday, you just want to use a little bit of concealer on the face just to make it pop a little bit, just a little, yes, just like that. There you have it. Still looks like her skin, like she doesn't have too much going on, just a little foundation and little concealer on her eyelids. So you can see that. Now I'm done with that one. I'm going to do her eyebrows. Now her eyebrows, normally she has full eyebrows, but I'm going to use a little bit of pencil just so that it could be a little bit detailed. No concealer involved. I know that when you want to do your eyebrows, you're going to use your concealer to highlight. None of that is going to happen in this case. So I want to keep this as natural as possible. That's why I'm not going too hard into her brows. Just very little. Do the same thing on the other side. Remember that it's a runway look and you don't want it to be too detailed, like, oh, it's too perfect. It doesn't have to be too perfect. Then we'll move to the eyeshadow part. For the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using Queen Nana 2 from House of Tara. This eyeshadow palette is amazing. Everybody should have it. You should have it in your makeup kit. So we're getting to the fun part, which is the eyeshadow part. So I'm just going to comb this once more to the other side and do the same thing here. Then get the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to be going into her skin. So at this point, I'm going to be raising the eyeshadow very, very close to the eyelid, no transition color. So what I want to do is I want to give it more of a bit of a spark. So I'm just going to be raising the eyeshadow to the top right here. Now, in some cases, you might want to rub in or you just want to paste on the face, but I'm going to be pasting. I'm going to use my eyeshadow brush on her face for pasting on her eyelid. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, using the same eyeshadow. Very pigmented. You don't need eyeshadow primer. In some cases, you might want to rub in or just paste in, but I'm going to be pasting on our eyelid. So I'm going to use the eyeshadow just to put in. I'm just going to blend, 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 and then raise this up a bit above our eyelid. Now, I'm not going to be using any traditional color because I want to stick to just one color on the eyelid. In some other cases, you might want to use other colors like blue, black. As long as it makes the eye pop, then it's fine. So I'm going to go in and use a gold color just for the corner of our eye so that it can pop. Then I'll go in with my blending brush, blend out, then blend in. So going in, the eyeshadow are really looking nice already. I want to go in with the liquid liner from House of Tara, black liquid liner, to line our eyes. I'm going to line our eyes and give it a really long wink by the end, which is going to make our eyes look slimmer and nicer. So I'm starting from the front of our eyes, the beginning. I'm going to do this very, very thin, not too pronounced. Then I'm going to use the lashes from Omani Obole. It's called Ageless. You can get it at any House of Tara store and it's very affordable. It's just $9.50. I'm going to be using Flirty in Ageless. Then I'm going to apply my lash glue on it. Then I'll do the same to the other one. So I'm going to leave this to dry a bit. So just a quick reminder that this is a runway look that you can rock. If you want to use the eyelashes, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm going to go in with my powder palette from House of Tara Adwa 46 because that's our skin shade. I'm just going to blend through a little bit, not too much. Remember that we still want to keep this as natural as possible because why? It is a runway look. So I'm going to use the powder palette first. I'll be using our shade in 46. Then go in with my lip color. I'll be using Texture from House of Tara. It's a dual gloss that you can get from any outlet. It's really nice. So I'm going to be using the darker part on our lips. I'm going to go in with a retractable black pencil on our eye waterline and just line in a bit. I'm going to make them a bit thicker. I will be using the retractable pencil from House of Tara in 01 to line our under eye. So I'm going to be lining twice because I want it to be very thick and darker. So I'm going to go in twice instead of once. So I'm going to make them dark to look more like something close to smoky, but not really smoky. I'll do the same on the other side of our eyes. Then I'm still going to go back to my powder palette just to blend for the last time. And yeah, we're coming close to the end of this section, but we're still not close. So we're coming to the end of this section, but we're not going to be leaving without putting bronzer on this face because that is the only thing that pops up the makeup at the end of the day, the highlighter. I know how we women love bronzers a lot. We cannot even leave our house without putting bronzer after using our makeup. Bronzer is like life. You need to add bronzer. So I'm going to be using the bronzer from House of Tara. It's a medium bronzer. Be using it here on our cheekbone and just a little bit on our nose, not too much. So I'm going to be using my finger just to place it in a little bit and to blend in with my brush. So I'm going to use my finger to just take a little and put on our nose because I don't want too much. Then blend through, blend through. Going to take a little more here and do the same thing on this side too. As far as it's glowing, that's all that I want and that's all it should be. So there you have it, your runway look that you can rock as an everyday look as well, as a party look. Doesn't look too much, not too much foundation, not too much concealer. In fact, I can't even tell that she has concealer or foundation. So guys, thank you, and I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to follow us on Instagram, house_of_Tara_INTL, and you can also follow me on Instagram, beauty by Cassie_Tara. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.